Hello students, in this chapter we will be studying a desert landform that is found in India. A desert is a type of land that has sandy soil with little or no rainfall and hence scarce vegetation. Such a type of landscape is found in India in the state of Rajasthan and is known as the Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert. The land of the Thar Desert is partly sandy and partly rocky. As you can see by comparing both the maps here that the Thar Desert lies in the state of Rajasthan, covering majority of the area of this state. It is 800 kilometers long and 500 kilometers wide. It is bounded by the Sutlej River basin to the northeast. Towards the southeast, it is bounded by the Aravalli Range. A range is a continuous line of mountains. The brown line here denotes the presence of a mountain range called the Aravalli Range. As we move towards the south, the desert is bordered by the Rann of Kutch. And to the west of this desert, we have the Indus River basin, which is in Pakistan. Climate. In summer, the days are hot and dry. The desert is covered by sandy soil, and sand has a tendency to absorb heat fast and even to release heat fast. As such, during the day, the sand gets heated up fast and makes the surrounding atmosphere hot, which results in making the days hot. At night, the sand loses its heat rapidly with the setting of the sun and hence cools down, making the surrounding atmosphere cool. Therefore, in summer, the days are hot and the nights are cool. In winter, the days are pleasant, but the nights are very cold. Vegetation. Vegetation refers to the plant life of a region. As the soil of this region is sandy, which cannot hold water, not many plants grow in this region. Also, this region receives very little rainfall, which results in a scarce vegetation. All that we can find in this region are a few bushes and thorny shrubs, whose color denotes the lack of water. In fact, there is even shortage of drinking water for people who live there. Landforms. The desert has many small hills of sand called sand dunes. When strong wind blows, it carries the sand from one place and deposits it to some other place. This way, the sand keeps piling and results in sand dunes. Hence, sand dunes are not permanent and keep shifting from place to place. Oases. At times, there is a place in a desert where underground water comes up to the surface of the land. Such an area is then called an oasis. It also makes its surrounding region fertile, due to which certain plants start growing in this region. You can also see trees like date palms, kikar and babool in these regions. The Thar Desert is also blessed to have an oasis that becomes a source of fresh water and helps a few villages to grow around the region. Population. The shortage of water in this region results in the shortage of food. As such, not many people live in these areas. Hence, the population of this region is very small. Very less number of people live here, especially the nomads. The nomads are people who move from place to place in search of food. They are not permanently settled in one place. The nomads of the Thar Desert are called the Banjaras. Important cities. There are a few important cities in the desert region, and amongst them, Jaisalmer, Jodhpur and Bikaner are the important ones. Jaisalmer is also known as the Golden City and is famous for its temples and famous Jaisalmer Fort. Jodhpur is also known as the Blue City and Sun City. This city is also famous for temples and the Mehrangarh Fort. Bikaner is considered as the royal city of Rajasthan and known for its famous forts and palaces. Farming. Due to the presence of sandy soil, farming is a big question in Rajasthan. But places where water is available, crops like millets, jowar, bajra, and wheat are grown. Rajasthan does not receive enough rainfall and also has no rivers passing through this region. Thus, water becomes a major problem of this region. To facilitate agriculture in this region, the Indira Gandhi Canal has been laid from the Sutlej River to different parts of the Thar Desert. It is the longest canal of India that brings water of the Sutlej River into Rajasthan, thus solving drinking water problem as well as agricultural activity problems. Camel, the ship of the desert. As a mode of transport within the desert, the camel is considered as the most useful animal in the desert. It can bear the desert heat, walk on the sand easily due to its padded feet. It can live for several days without food and water as it stores a lot of food in its hump in the form of fat. During the time of scarcity of food, it utilizes the stored fat to live. It can carry very big loads, pull carts, and even helpful to the farmers in ploughing their fields. Hence, camel is called as the ship of the desert. Dresses. The people of this region wear bright colored clothes. The ghagra choli is the traditional dress of the female that consists of a skirt, a blouse, and a headcloth worn on the head. Whereas the traditional dress of the men is the dhoti kurta that consists of a dhoti, a kurta, and a turban on the head. The bandhani cloth that is made by tying and dyeing is also a speciality of this region. Language and festivals. The main languages spoken here are Hindi and Rajasthani. Holi, Diwali, Eid, Dasera, Gangor, and Tej are the main festivals of this region. The celebration of different festivals shows the presence of people belonging to different religions. Tourism. Rajasthan is a major tourist spot in India because of its rich cultures, famous forts, palaces, fairs, and festivals. Many famous forts like the Amber Fort, Chittor Fort, Mehrangarh Fort are located here. It has many majestic palaces like the Hawa Mahal, Monsoon Palace, and Umaid Bhawan. The culture of Rajasthan has thus attracted tourists from all over the world. That was all about the great Indian desert.